and then we'll get started. Okay, thank you, Keira. Right. So I'll start again. My name is Emmanuel Madanga, uh, founder Beyond Data ICT. I'm a data scientist, a data analyst. We do trainings and consultancy at Beyond Data ICT, but I'm also a Zindi ambassador for Kenya. Zindi is a community of data scientists uh, across Africa, tackling African challenges. And so we are happy to be here in this session, which will be focusing totally on Tableau. Last month, we had a physical event at Sota Hub in Mombasa on Microsoft Power BI and so on. And so it was a wonderful physical event where we were privileged to have Microsoft most valuable professional in Power Platforms. That is Power Apps, Power BI, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agents, and all the Power Platforms. That was last month. So this month, we are privileged to have Brian Mwenda, who is going to take us through from scratch on how we can interact with the data, develop high-end visualization, and have reports, and then maybe a dashboard. So we are time conscious, and now by 6 p.m. we need to ensure that we are done with this session. So if you'd like to know more about Beyond Data ICT, usually offer trainings in Tableau, Power BI, SPSS, Stata, SQL, Python, R, Advanced Excel, and so many, including graphic design and even website development. And so if you need to know more about Beyond Data ICT, you can just search Beyond Data ICT as it is, and you'll be able to come to our website. Brian, I think it's high time now I welcome you to take us through the session. Kindly ensure that you have access to the dataset that has been sent to your email. If you are not, if you don't have it, please let us know so that you can send it to you. Thank you, and I welcome you, Brian, to take over the session.
Hello everyone. I hope you are all well. My name is Brian Manda Karuri. I'm a data profession. I'm a W expert. I want to thank everyone for joining this session as you get more information on the data, that is data analysis with W, and then it's good use of your time. I will ensure that by the end of the session you'll have known more and more how to navigate W, and you can create some visualizations and dashboards. Yeah, that's so. The session will be hands-on. So I urge you all to, if you can download Tableau Public, if you have a laptop, we can access it through the browser. Yeah, for presentation purpose, so that it can be best. When we're recording, I stop sharing my camera so that the sound can be clear from everyone from where you are getting us from. If you can hear me clearly, you kindly indicate through the reactions, and so that we can take on and start. If you can hear me, please react. Thank you. So let me share my screen so that we can start. We'll start by introducing various W platforms and its capabilities. Then hand over to Tableau Public that is available through the link that has been shared. You can download the Tableau app for the Tableau Public and install it on your software, which is using through few clicks you are able to install it. And then I'll do a demo, and then someone who has installed the Tableau Public will be able to share his or her screen so that they can do the demo with me. Yeah, by that we'll be on the same page. I've not prepared a presentation for this, but I have a notepad, some notes of what I'll take you through. Let me share so that you all can see. I hope you can see the screen now.
Yes, yes, we can see your screen, Brian.
Thank you. So these are the things that we are going to tackle today. That is, you'll be able to know what is Tableau, the Tableau platforms that we have, versions, and then we'll go on to getting started and connecting to the various data sources that are available for Tableau Public. And then we'll build some charts. From there, we do a dashboard and then publish it to Tableau Public, and then we are done. Not much, but let me get started with this. What is Tableau? Tableau is a customer relationship management system from Salesforce that was developed to make sure that we are able to integrate it with various data sources and have visualizations. So with Tableau, we have various versions. We have the Tableau desktop. You have the Tableau desktop, you have the Tableau public, we have the Tableau server, the Tableau cloud, yeah, and so on. So with Tableau prep, you are able to clean data and share it to Tableau desktop to analyze. Tableau desktop, you are able to visualize the data and share your analytics to the Tableau server, or you can embed that data to applications. You can embed that data to other websites. Yeah, and also we have the Tableau cloud. Once you have analyzed the data using the Tableau desktop, you are able to share that data to the cloud. With cloud, we have some sort of privacy and control, since you can view that data within an organization. Now with Tableau Public, here it comes with you are able to analyze data and then share that data freely. With Tableau Public, you can't save that data in your machine locally. You can share it with Tableau Public. And then these Tableau prep that I'm telling you about, you're able to analyze data, do the pivots, you're able to do some DAX, that is some calculation using ifs. You're able to make a field using other fields, and then you can automate these to be doing it weekly, daily, monthly, according to your need. Let's hand over to the Tableau server. Tableau server is the same as the Tableau. It's more of the Tableau cloud, whereby when you have a Tableau server license, you are able to share those logins and have the Tableau desktop or any other Tableau product. And also with Tableau server, you're able to share the data within the organization, and anybody with the logins can access and view and interact with the dashboards. So I hope I'm clear up to there. And if we are together, you can tell me. Also, in case you have any questions, you can ask. So today we'll be working with the superstore data set, that is data that is publicly available, and also you are able to see it. Let me go over to the Tableau Public page. This is the Tableau Public page, and then you are able to discover. So since our section will be more focused on Tableau Public, you can go to the site and create your account, and then you are in. And then also, before I continue, Tableau, since Tableau is a Salesforce platform, you are able to learn some of the things using the Trailhead. Trailhead is a platform whereby you are able to learn the Salesforce and its product. So when in Tableau Public, you are able to create and do visualization. Also, you are able to view other people's visualizations dashboard that they have shared in the platform. For instance, there are blogs on this platform, there are visualizations, and also some of the trends and the tricks that people get to learn in each and every day. And then also on this platform, you're able to learn more on how to use and navigate Tableau. So here you can search for others or topics or VCs that you want to view or learn from. So let me scroll up to the bottom here, and you are able to see 11 most favorite visualizations. And then there are for non-profit and foundations. The others for social impact. It depends with the industry that you are in. And once you view each visualization or a dashboard, you are able to edit it. You are able to see how it has been configured using this platform. So Tableau Public, which is on the net, is a good platform to start and maneuver around if you want to master this product. I hope we are clear up to that point. Let us try to open one of them. Let's use one for 11 most favorite visualizations. So with this one, let's click this. So as you can see, it's loading. So when it's open, I'm able to see some of the parameters, and then I can edit.
Can you confirm that you can hear me, or is it me who can't hear Brian? Kira, uh, Kevin, are you able to hear Brian?
Not actually.
Okay,
Can't hear you.
find out maybe his internet has done him something. I think we'll be joining shortly. This thing situation happens, so hope to see him shortly. So for those who have joined us, now, what Brian is doing is taking us through the Tableau Public. So the link is in the chat section. Also open and explore by yourself as he's doing. I'll put it again. So Brian is back. Sorry, Brian. So you can proceed.
Sorry for that. Now, if you have downloaded, you want to be engaged, or I can choose someone randomly, you can indicate in the chat. Yeah, or even voluntarily say it clear that you want to be engaged. If not, I choose someone randomly. So I had for myself, I have a desktop version that I'm going to show you. I've downloaded the Tableau Public. Yeah, this is the user interface. When you finish downloading and install, this is what you see. On this pane, you're able to see the various workbooks that you have worked on, and there are also some links that you can use so that you can learn more and be able to visualize more from Tableau. So if you have a different license that is Tableau desktop, you're able to access to many data sets, not just this one that you can see here. But in our case, we are restricted to Microsoft Excel text less than 10. But for desktop, it supports more than 90 connections, including web, including Google Drive. But our versions are as a Google Drive version. Yeah, Google Drive. Yeah, that's So we start. Let me just see where we are.
Yeah, Carol in the chat section said that he's ready to be engaged, but he's using the version.
All right. There's no problem.
Okay.
So we have discussed Tableau versions, that is the Tableau desktop, Tableau public, Tableau online, and the Tableau server. And then we have various Tableau licenses, that is the creator license. The creator license comes in hand with, let me open that from my web so that you're able to get a more detailed view. Yeah.
Can you hide the sharing button, the stop sharing pop-up on your screen? Can you hide it?
All right. Shit. Sorry.
Yes, stop presenting. Yeah. So you need to hide. There's a pop-up that shows on your screen, so we can't read some other things that you are sharing.
This
You see
one.
the pop-up? No, at the
Or
top
this
there.
one.
Yeah, that one. So hide. There's an minus icon. That one. Yes, thank you. Please proceed.
So I'm clear now, right?
Yeah, sure.
Madanga, I'm clear. The screen.
Yes, fine.
Oh, sorry for many tabs. So Tableau licenses. So I was telling you that with Tableau Creator, when you buy this license, you're able to get more Tableau products. That is the Tableau Prep, the Tableau Desktop, and then we have the Explorer license. This also has it product. When you have the Creator versions, it's like you have the whole platform. So it's a good license to have for your organization if you have a big organization. And then we have the Tableau viewer. This doesn't have various capabilities. This is just you're able to view the dashboards, uh, past metrics that are built by others. Other lessons, you're able to share your work, you're able to edit depending on how your administrator, your Tableau developer from your organization has allowed you to do. So I hope that is clear. That let's go to the connection side. So with Tableau, you can connect to a Microsoft Excel file, that is XLSS, and then the text file, including CSV. You can connect to JavaScript object notations files, PDF. So Tableau has an capability to script a data from a PDF. So I'll demonstrate the PDF, and then I have someone do for us the Microsoft Excel. So for PDF, I had a PDF here. So when you click PDF from the connect column, you ask if I want to load the whole PDF, single page, arrange. So I'll open all, click OK. Since there's an error, let me try again. See that error is I don't know why. Let us work with one from the public. So if I'm from the public, I want to open a data set. I just come here. From the app ribbon here, you can see there's a create drop down. From here, I can download the app, or I can import data using this web authoring option here. So with this one, I can connect data using the data connectors that are online, such as Google Drive or OData. So let's choose a file, and then I will upload it from my computer. So let's try PDF before we go to our data set for the day. You can see there's a dropper down here. You are able to support to click all files. There's the CSV, Excel, XLS, XLM, and more other you can see. It also supports geographical data like Geo, JSON, KML. These versions here are for geographical uses. So let's try all files. Then let's try this one. I don't know why it has that problem. Maybe it can't support, the online can't support. So let's go straight to the sample superstore that we were to work on. I hope you guys have downloaded it. So I'll come and open the dataset. Within a click, I will have opened it. Yeah, this is my dataset. And then from that dataset, I have various sheets that I can work on. That is the orders, people, and returns. So when I want to work with that dataset, I'll drag and drop it to the canvas right here. And then I can see more about the data. I can edit. I can do a bit of cleaning as I maneuver around. So we'll use the ordered sheet. I drag and drop here, it to the canvas, and then I'm able to see, I can specify the number of rows that I want to see here. That is, let's start with the 100,000 rows, 1,000. Then I enter, and you can see now I'm able to see my data set here. So when you're at this point now, you're able to see which type of data is it using this information here. This is the metadata. For instance, this one is the row ID, order ID, and then you're able to see which kind of data set is it. For instance, this one is a number since it has an hash there. And then this one is a string, ABC. You can see orders here. It has a date icon. This one is a data set. Most of them are string. We have a geographical data set like this one, country, city. It has a map icon here. But then also you can change the type of data set by clicking this drag and drop button, and then you're able to change. You can change it to date and time, I can change it to number, and so forth. So these you can edit across all the columns or fields. So I hope we are clear up to there. If you can still hear me, if we are together, kindly react. And then who was I supposed to engage? Caroline.
Yes.
Let me stop sharing my screen so that you can share yours.
Okay. Just a bit. I had a bit of hiccup on my end, so I'm just trying to join back, and I'll just share my screen when it's ready.
All right, you tell me when you're done.
Actually, it seems I'm back. Yes, and I can now share my screen.
All right. So before she is ready, and there's one thing I want us to know before we proceed. Before that, we have two types. There's a way Tableau stores data in two ways. That is, we can have a live connection to our Excel, or you can create an extract. So when you create an extract, Tableau has that it's like a snapshot of that data at that point, which is stored locally within the platform, and then you're able to make queries using an extract. For live version, the query is sent back to your dataset if you have a dataset, or if you have a connection to a database, the query is live. So when you change data or edit something, it is reflected real time, compared to an extract which can reflect within 6 hours, within a day, a month, or how you have configured it. So that option, you can see it here. You can create an extract or choose to work with a live connection. As for me, working with an extract has been a game changer, since there is efficiency, and then there's my dashboards are fast, my data loading is fast. I don't have to wait for a long time so that it can load. So let me create an extract. Yeah.
Sharon is sharing, not Sharon, but Caroline is sharing her screen. So maybe, Carol, you can stop sharing a little bit so that you can see what Brian is talking about, and then you share. Thank you. Brian, you can
I think I've created there an extract. The extract, as you can see, it's indicating here extract creation is complete. Before she shares her screen, let me show you one thing, and then we can add more data source from using this icon here. This icon is a global icon representing a database. Database can be an Excel or any other Google query, Google Drive, CSV. All those are data sources. When I want to add another data source, I just click here and I'll be able to do that. And then once I'm done, I'm able to publish using this icon once I'm done with the visualizations. And then when I want to create a new visualization, I just go to this sheet here. And then I can do it from here now. So you see on this pane, we have data. The data is categorized in two types. We have the dimensions and the measures. Dimensions are, these are data that are categorical, basically the qualitative data. And then measures are quantitative data. Quantitative data is data like 1, 2, 3, and sales, profit, those are numeric. And then qualitative, that is data that in form of string, that is product ID, ship date, and so forth. So from your side, you can see these icons, like the one I'm clicking here. I'm hovering ABC. There's the map here, the global icon here, and then there's the date. These are blue. When you open the desktop, you see them in a more like blue color, and then the measures, you see them in a green color. So when you want to do a visual, you can just drag and drop either to the marks. You can drag and drop either to the columns, rows. You can use this icon here, and then by clicking this, you can hover onto each visual that you want to create, and then you're given you're told how to go about it by Tableau. Up at the bottom here, you're told include 2 dimensions, include 1 measure, and so forth. And then we have this pen at the top here. For instance, I told you this one is adding for another data source in the workbook. Once I add another data source, it will come below the one that you're seeing here. And then this one is for creating another sheet. This one is for duplicating a sheet. This one is for clearing a sheet. I'm just showing you an overview, and then while we are working with my colleague, you'll be able to use them and get a more in-depth of understanding on how it goes. So this one, for this one, it says swap rows and columns. So you're able to swap rows. If you had inputted a field here, when you click this icon, it will go here, and the other that was here will come to the rows. So that it's job. This one is for sorting in ascending order, descending order, sorting, yeah, and so forth. So I'll allow my colleague to share a screen as we'll do more from our head as we continue with the session. Caroline.
Brian, ensure that you plug your charger to your laptop. Hope you did that before maybe it can shut.
Yeah,
Proceeds. Okay, thank you. As we wait for Brian, in the chat section, please, you can just type an intro about yourself. Maybe just tell us where you're joining us from and what is your area of maybe expertise or interest. So is it in data? Is it in tech, like in general, or which specific tech? As we proceed, Brian will be able to shortly take us through. So let's use this to introduce ourselves. Maybe you can just tell us your name, where are you joining us from, and what is your area of specialization.
I am here. So, Caroline, can you go back to the data source? The data source are at the bottom there. Click there. Has it finished loading?
No,
Can
no,
see
it's still loading. It usually takes some time when you're switching from data source to your sheet.
it depends with your internet connection.
Uh, yeah, it finished loading.
So where your cursor is,
Yes,
this area it used for where I can see the orders.
yes.
That place it's called the canvas. So there you can create data models. You can build relationship between different sheets. For instance, you have an order sheet and then you have another sheet for last year or any other year. You can create a model using some of the common rows. For instance, order ID, product ID. So when you're visualizing your data, you're able to get more insight from data across many sheets. And then the other one, it's the one that is showing you the data, the preview of the data. Yeah, and then you can see, you can edit the name, click the row ID. Click the drop down button. You can see, you can rename, also you can copy values, you can duplicate, you can create a layers. So a layers is something like also known as, you can describe, you can change the data type and so on. I hope we are clear up to there. So just go to sheet 1. Yeah, you can see your screen. I hope everybody can see. So when you're creating a visualization, you can use the marks. You can use drag and drop. That is, you can drag city to the color, you can drag city to the column, or you can use the show me here at the right hand side. Now, I want us to create a chart. I want us to create a bar chart. One option that you can use is the show me. Kindly click show me there. You can choose the bar that you want to draw. For instance, side by side, here's the stack bar chart, and then we have the other one on the left hand side, the horizontal bar. How is it telling you at the bottom while you're hovering at the horizontal bar? Caroline,
What do you mean at the bottom?
when you hover at that chart,
Yeah.
at that horizontal chart, at the end of show me,
Oh, here.
yeah,
Okay.
kindly
Let me
hover at it again. Kindly hover at it again.
let me hide my taskbar.
Yeah.
I'm able to. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, is there a way I can? Okay, the only way to do it is to hide my taskbar. The only way to read here.
There's a way you can push the, you can minimize the screen.
How can I do that?
You mean you
Yeah,
should zoom in.
yeah.
Click on the three top button on your left, on your right, after your icon DP at the top right.
Top right.
At the top, the three
Oh, this
dots.
one. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then go down there, zoom to around 75, around 70. Zoom in. Yeah. think you'll be able to see everything.
Yeah, now you are able
Once
to
you
see. So it's telling you, kindly
Also
over to
allow.
the bar. How is it telling you? You need a measure and a dimension, right?
Yes. Yes.
So once you select a measure and a dimension, you're able to create your chart. Once you over something like the pie chart, over to the pie chart, please. It's telling you what you need. You need a measure to the size, a measure to the angle, and a dimension to the color, right? So just a reminder.
can you zoom out a little bit so that it's readable? I can see it's yeah, that's okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you. So from the left hand side, we have tables. Kindly click the show me so that that one can disappear. I want to remind you something before we proceed. We have tables that, for instance, the category table, city table, country, and so on. And at the bottom, we have the ones in green. The ones I told you are the quantitative data. So this one are measures. As you can see, they are called here, measure names, Apple. So once you over the show me and you click a chart, and it tells you 2 dimensions. Dimensions are those ones that are above the strings, the region, the city. You input one, and then you input the measures that you are told. So the show me can be a bit easier and tricky at the same time. And then there's another way that you can create a chart. So can we try with the show me? Click show me. And then the bar chart, the horizontal bar chart. So the measure. So I want us to visualize subcategory by rows, by so go and click
Hello,
subcategory.
Kile kate kauche huyu kabi.
Maru, you are muted. Maru, you are muted. Please mute. Don't drag and drop there. Just click control subcategory, and then while you are pressing control, press sales.
Okay. You were a bit fast. So you said control, then I click subcategory, and then I click sales.
Yeah.
That way.
Yeah. So when you are clicking that, from the show me side, you're able to see visualizations that you can have with those two, right? You can click now the ones that are rated. Yeah, you can click the bar, click bar. Once you click the bar is there. When you want to add something to the labels, that is sum of sale, you control click sales and drag it to the labels. Drag it to the labels, please. Sales.
Where the labels?
The marks, at the center.
Which center?
It is pages, column, filters, marks.
Filters, marks.
And then from the marks, you can see labels there.
Oh, label.
Yeah. So just drag and drop sales to the labels. Drag and drop. You can see you are now able to see the sales, right?
Yes.
Then you can double click the sheet one at the bottom, at the top of your visualization. The Canva, the side that we have the Canva, the side that we have the Canva. There. Double click.
Nothing happens.
Right click.
Okay, it's taking some time to load.
Yeah, so when you right click, you're able to edit the name of that chart. For instance, you have said it will use the sheet name. So when you change the sheet name, it will change there. So what I want you to do is to right click, highlight all of it, the sheet name, highlight all of it, including the less than and equal sign that you can see there. And then at the same pane, you're able to see another icon for formatting it at the center. Or that one. For instance, you can change the font. You can change the font to 15 to 10, then use Tableau board.
Okay,
Can
the point to change
you see
the
the drop
font
down?
here,
Yeah,
and then here is to change the size.
yeah. Can you change the font, please, to Tableau board? Tableau board. Yeah, change it to 10. Then you can see changing the color. The color is black. Let it remain that color. Then you can see there's that next to color, there's that one. Click center align, that one. Yes, now click OK. Apply OK. It's okay now. Now edit the sheet name at the bottom. Just the sign of data source sheet 1, yeah. Edit sheet 1, not there. Close that one. Edit sheet 1. How do you want to call this chart?
Are there like pointers to how you label your charts or your sheets so that you're able to refer to them later?
Once you name it the way you want, you're able to see it later depending on the metrics that you're visualizing. For instance, that one we can call it, since it capturing sales and category, subcategory, just rename and say sales by subcategory. Sales by subcategory. Then okay. And then another thing that I wanted us to work on before we proceed, you can hide the right the y-axis, the subcategory at the top of the y-axis. Yeah, right click there. Can you zoom a little bit? You have zoomed a lot.
Let me know when it's at a comfortable font. Yeah.
So what I wanted you to do is add that header. Right click and then add the header. That's his subcategory.
Where exactly?
Since there's no option for doing that for these, let it remain that way. Let's try creating another chart. So another thing that you can do with these before we create another chart is you can format the labels according to the way you want. You can also format the colors, the details, size, and label. Kindly stop sharing a bit so that I can demonstrate that. If you are very fast, you can indicate in the chat section and we'll slow down. If you have a question, still you can post it there and my friend will help you answer you. So as I was saying, she has shown us how we can create a visual by clicking the show me here. The other way that you can create a visual is dragging and dropping. I drag the subcategory to the column, drag and drop it to column, and then rows, I'll put sales. This one, the sales is here. Drag and drop. I'm able to see my chart. So from here, I can change it to the horizontal bar chart by clicking here, whereby I swap the rows and columns. Let me click so that you can see. As you can see, it has changed. So we'll click again. Now let me edit the sheet name. You double click. I want it to be at the center. First you highlight, center, then Tableau board, then apply, then OK. And then I can add this one, the subcategory, this one. As you right click the subcategory and then add field labels to create more space on the Canva. And then I drag and drop sales at the labels, the Canva here. I can see my sales there. Now I can edit my sales if I want them to be in millions, to be how many decimal place do I want. When I want to do that, I just click the button here, the drag button here, this one, and then I can format the number. So for formatting the number, I can format it into a currency, percentage. I can do a custom formatting, or I can ask it to remain automatic as it right now. Since it's for sales and this one is money, I'll use the currency, then custom. For instance, on the prefix here, you see it's $1. I can change that to quiche. Display unit, there are none. I can change it to thousands. Decimal places, there are 2. I can add more decimal places or even reduce by clicking the drop down button here for reducing. As you can see, it has changed. Then I can click that one for the up to add. Now there are 2. So let them remain 2. That one is it's good. Another thing that I can do, I can put this board using the same format. I come here and format number, and then I can put it board.
Male friend. Would you feel insecure if your girl was hanging out with your male friend?
Someone is unmuted, please. Kindly mute.
My male friend.
There's somewhere we were changing. I can't see it right now, but when you come around, you can see it. So I want to hide these axes. Since we have the same axis here, I just right click, and then I don't want to see the header. Then it's like that. If I want to go back, I can go back using this icon here. If I want to come back again, one that is pointing on the left. So let's go back. I want to end this axis. So it's hidden. So if I want to create another chart, I'll just come and do a plus sign here and add another chart. So let me rename mine so that the name can reflect as the sheet 1 there from the canvas. So I say here sales by subcategory. You can see it as reflected there. I can come and add another sheet. So with this one, I want us to do a pie chart using a different version, different way that is not using the show me. So what I'll do, I want to visualize sales by category. I just come and click. For this visualization, I want to use the marks, this one, to create the visual. So I'll come, drag and drop sales to size. This one sales to size. Once I drag that one there, and then I can drag category. Where's the category? Category here. I drag and drop it to color. You can see there's a visual that is appearing here. And then I'll click the automatic, the drop down here that you're seeing automatic. So with this one, Tableau is sensing automatically which type of data can I do using those two dimensions. So I can click here and choose the pie. As you can see, the pie is appearing. With this pie, this one, the value, when I hover it, you are seeing category sales. Here, furniture sales, technology sales. The sales are different in every category, but the charts are the same. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? All of them are the same. So what you can do to solve this one, since the values are the same and the sizes of the pie are still the same, the sizes are the same, the sales for the pie are different, which is supposed to be, if the sales are this size, then the values should act accordingly. So I'll drag and drop the sales, since we are visualizing the sales by category. Sales here, and drag and drop it to angles. So when I drag it here to angle, not this one, this one. Category back to color. Guys, I'm not using my mouse, that's why I have some problem with dragging and dropping. So now you're able to see that this one is bigger than the others since the cells are bigger. I can also format it. I can format the sum to have them as percentages. So to do that, I just click this drop down here, and then I'm able to do a quick table calculation. That is you can do the percentage of the total. So by clicking that, I'm able to see that for this category, the percentage sales are these. For this category, the percentage sales are these. Also, I can add category to the labels. When I add it to the labels, I'll be able to see the labels attached there. Category is the category, this one, to the labels. The labels. And then it's there. So you can see I've created a visual using the marks. I've not interacted with the columns or the show me. So using this icon here, I'm able to view the chart as using the entire view, the fit width, fit height. So let me choose the entire view. When you choose that, your chart will be at the center of your canvas. And then you can see there's legend on this side, and then sales also. I can choose to add legend, I can choose it to remain, and then I can format them. So as usual, let me bring my chart title at the center, put it at the center, change the font to W bold, and then this one to 10, then click OK. And then I come and edit this one, say a pie chart dash sales by category. You know, in some of the instances, you have to edit the chart so much, including the background color. So in most of the cases, you advised to work on one canvas, do all the editing, and then on later charts you can duplicate it. Once you duplicate it, for instance, let me duplicate another one, this one, so that it can help me create a donut chart. When I want to duplicate, I right click and then say duplicate. After duplicating, I'm seeing there's a pie chart, says by category, twice. The first one, this one, and the second one. So once I get the second one, I remove. When I want to work to a new chart, I remove all of these. I remove category, I remove sales, and category again. I remove them and add the visuals that I want to add. So I can also rename. This one is a donut chart. Donut chart, says by category. Click enter. So you can see this one has saved me the hassle to come and edit the title again. So I'll use this chart to create a donut chart. You can see from the show me, you can't, there's no donut chart here. You have the maps, you have the stack bar chart, you can see the donut chart here. So the good thing with Tableau, you are able to customize the charts that you're able to create. For instance, you can create a chart that's known as lollipop chart, that the one looks like a lollipop. At the top there is the circle thing, and then there's a bar from the circle going downward. So let us try creating a bar chart using this one. So what I'll do, I create a calculated field. Like I told you, you are able to create a calculated field that solely from other fields. You can create it from scratch still. I click this button here and click create a calculated field. Press OK. What is the name for this one? I call it 1. And then the value will be 1. And then I can apply. Then OK. So from my measures here, I'm able to see the calculated field that I've just created. And at the right hand side, there is the icon that is showing it's a number, and then there is an equal sign. So this means it's a calculated field. And then with the calculated field, you can create many fields from other columns. For instance, we can create one. Let's create one for demonstration purposes. I create a calculated field that will come and check. We call it state 202. So with this one, I'll come and check. I say if, and then drag and drop state there. if state is equal to, I can put if state is equal to California, then I want 1. You see, let me see the values that are in the state and choose 1. I hope we are clear and you guys are getting it. And the state is Kentucky. Let's use Kentucky. I'll copy this string value. Kentucky. This one is the one that I'm working on. I can still edit it. Edit. It's equal to Kentucky.
Mkono sijui
Yeah.
kwa penye umefika or it's for
What is the question?
Carol's hand is up, so maybe you can listen to what is her question and then you can proceed with what you are doing.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. I was just suggesting, if you could repeat the steps for centering your canvas, and then the other step of how you populated the calculated field.
All right, thank you. So for that, centering your canvas. So at the top here, we have this ribbon that has so many icons here. When you hover them, you'll see one, the one that is saying fit. See one that is saying fit. Once you click the drop down fit, you can see the standard view. This one is the standard view. There's the fit width. There's the fit width. There's the fit height. You have the fit height, and then we have the entire view. Once you click the entire view, you will center your canvas. I hope you have understood. It's as simple
Yes,
as that.
I have understood, but my question is, I followed the steps that you mentioned,
Yeah.
but now I only have labels for technology, furniture, and office supplies. My percentage, or does it mean I didn't do the calculations on the labels?
There's no calculations on the labels. Kindly share your screen and see if you can resolve that.
I think I've figured out. Could you share your canvas just once again? I think my calculation is not a label. That's why it's not appearing on the screen. There's some cells.
Which one?
Just a minute. It was quick table calculation and then percentage of total.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yes, it now works. Thank you. Now you can go over the calculated field.
All right. So with calculated field, this is creating another field from existing fields without changing them. For instance, you can use this to add discount and to add commissions to salaries to your employees. For instance, you have told them if your sales are beyond this point, I will add you a 20% commission. If your sales are beyond this point, I will add you a 30% commission. So with that, you will come to the sales. For instance, these sales, you do a duplicate. You duplicate the field. Once you duplicate the field, you see another field here that is called CS copy, and on its left-hand side, you'll see it's a calculated field. That is by the equal sign, and then this hash here indicating that it's a number or quantitative data type or a measure for this case. So with this one, I can come and edit it. See, they're saying sales. So I can use most of the calculated fields that are available That's a lot that I can use to edit this one and make sure that if it says at this point, I'm giving them this commission. For instance, you can ask it if sum of sales is greater than, let's say, 5K, then I wanted to give me a 1. So I have to wrap this on. Then after that, I'll end. So this one is some of the ways that you use the DAX language to create the calculated field in Tableau. And then with that, I can change this one to sales over 5K, or any other way that you want to name it. And then I apply and then click OK. Click OK. Once I go back to my data set and there was such, go back to the data set. From the data set, I look at the sales per 5K, this one. I can see there are a lot of null, null, and then the sales that were 5K, I'll see that there's a 1. And also I could have added this error by saying if not, give me a 0. You can still indicate that using a calculated field. So let's go on and create the donut chart. So with the donut chart, we're going to use the calculated field that we had created by clicking the calculated field and then entered 1. This will help us duplicate this one so that we can work on it to have that chart. 1. Once I drop it there, can duplicate it once again. That's one option. It seems to be long. Let's use a simpler one, whereby I can click the rows and type 0. Click the rows again, type another 0. So we have two donut charts. So with this one, once the chart are 2 on the max pane, you see that we have 2 pies. We have this one, this one, and this one. Some 0 and some 0. There are 2. And then we have all. So what I want us to do is to come on the pie at the bottom. Pie at the bottom. I don't know why it's showing me this. This one at the bottom, and then I remove everything. I remove the category. I remove this one. The sales. Remove. When you want to remove someone from the visual, you just drag and drop it out of the column or rows or the marks. Remove. By that one, I'm left with a blank visual with nothing to show on it. So with this one, I can come on the color and put it as white color. Click color on the marks, then white. You can see my visual is white now and I can't see it. Then I can come here on the size and increase it. With size, you can increase the size of your visual. Let me change the color so that you can see it. And you see, now this one is bigger. With size, I can reduce it. I've reduced it. So let's change it back to white and reduce it. Reduce it a little bit so that it can be smaller than this one. Color, change it. We change it to white later. So after that you click this one, the second sum 0, and then you put do axis. By that you are telling the chart this one and this one to share the same axis. So after that, come and click at the first one here and synchronize the axis. Is that option? You can click on the axis on the other side still and then synchronize the axis. And with that, I have a donut chart. So with the donut chart, you can put something at the bottom and at the center here, maybe like sum of sales. For instance, I can drag and drop sales here at the, you can see there are two sums, this one and this. I drag and drop sales from here to the second circle. Drag and drop. Label. And then you are seeing these are the sum of sales. Sums up to 2M, 297 and 201. Since I can see the aesthetics are not well, I can come to both of the pies and increase the size. For instance, this one, I have increased the size. And the bottom, I'll come and then increase the size. And that's it. And then there's something I want to show you before we go far, and the tooltip. Once you hover on a chart like this one, you're able to see information. For instance, once I have hovered here is category, technology, number of total sales, table across. Now this one shows you the formula that is used and then the sales. I can hover on furniture, I see the same information. So we can add something to this tooltip. The information that is shown once you hover on a visual like this, it's called a tooltip. That's one is tooltip that's coming along. So what I'll do, I'll come and click tooltip. So from tooltip, I can delete this one, information that I want to be captured, or I can also add strings. Strings, something like, I'll come here, I say sum of sales. Then I click OK. Once I hover at my tooltip here, I see the sum of sales that I've just created. As simple as that. So I want the one who is sharing the screen should share so that I can walk her through this and see if she will be able to do. Guys, tuko pamoja. Hope I'm not fast. Caroline, kindly share your screen.
You could stop presenting so I'm able to upload.
All right.
Perfect.
Oh,
Yeah,
you have your donut chart there, right?
Not really. I was not able to follow. I missed
Okay.
the function of one.
So I wanted us to use one to create the chart, but using one, the process can be long. So I opted to creating another, to creating a zero. You can click the row, add a zero, type 0.
Now at that point, I don't know why I'm unable to type 0 here.
So it's like when you add a 0, it's like you want to create another chart in the same canvas.
Okay, I'm trying to click here on the rows.
Yeah.
And
Right
nothing
click,
is happening.
right click, double click.
I've tried double clicking. I've tried right clicking.
Then click once, click once.
I did click once.
When I click once on my side, it's working.
Okay. Could I try? I start by duplicating the pie chart again, and then I see what happens.
Try. I'm sure it will work. Just click the row there, and then right click. You see somewhere you can type a 0. Right click kweli?
Yes, I've tried right click once, type 0, no response. Left click once.
Hello,
Hello.
hello, Carol. Can you share the entire screen? You can see it's a window and you may not see a pop-up in case of any.
Okay.
Anyone else who has done what we are trying to do?
If we don't have, it's okay to proceed with the Carol. And then for
Yeah,
those
yeah.
who are interested in
0.
enrolling for the entire Tableau course, Brian is one of our facilitators. So we have July intake. You can learn everything step by step. Maybe because of time, just proceed with the important process.
Yeah. Then duplicate that one. All. Just as you are create, you can click Control and then drop it at the right hand side. Control. Yeah, like that.
Okay.
You can see it's working. So from the mark side, can you minimize the pie? Because there's another pie not there. Just
How do I do it?
scroll. Yeah, you can see there's 0 and 0 2.
Yes.
Click 0 2, sum 0 2, sum 0 2. So from sum 0 2, remove everything. Remove category, drag and drop it. Yeah. Sum of sales. Just remove everything. Can you change the color? Change the color. Adjust over at the max side. Then change the color. Max.
Seems I'm having some internet issue. I see it's trying to say reconnect. So let me just change my internet service provider.
All right.
In minutes.
So guys, as you can see, Tableau has more capabilities than any other CRM that I've worked with, and can be a good tool for now that we have a free version that is Tableau Public.
Oh, wow.
Since she's having errors on her side, we can continue.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
What happened that now everything disappeared?
I think the internet connection is the one that is bringing the errors. You can try refreshing the page. Everything will be all right.
Okay.
And then Tableau is very diverse. We'll do another 2 charts and then we'll build a dashboard because of time. Because we are remaining in less than 30 minutes. So kindly, Caroline, bear with me. I can help you out to maneuver around. Yeah, all right. So thank you. Another thing I want us to know is how Tableau works behind the scenes, and that is Tableau runs like it's help you create queries using drag and drop, and it translates those queries into visuals. For instance, you can create queries with Tableau without having you don't know how to write SQL. By dragging and drop, you're able to create queries. For instance, let me show you. This one is a query. This chart that we have here is a query that you can create by dragging and drop. And then Tableau will convert it to a visual. Let me show you a simple one. I duplicate this chart, duplicate, and then I remove everything from the chart from my duplicate. I told you when you duplicate chart, you remain with your formatting. If you said you want your font for your sheet to be this, you remain with those font and other formattings, including the background color. That's why I advocate for duplicating since it will save you time. So for instance, one way that Tableau changes queries into, it allows you to edit queries faster. I want the subcategory. I drag and drop it here to the rows. And then I want sales. So if I want a table for this and this, I just drag and drop this one here. And then I can change this one from a pie to text. So using the marks, you are able to change from different visualization to another in a simple way. For instance, I can have a map if the data type was the map. I can have circles, squares, line charts. So let me drag and drop sales here to the text, this one. Sales, text. As you can see, for each subcategory, we have this amount of sales. For each subcategory, you have amount of sales. Also, I can come and edit the tooltip to include the details that I wanted to include. So this one is a table. I'll edit it here and call it a table. I don't want to discredit other tools, but with other tools, creating such table can be such an hassle. So let me duplicate these ones again and create a line chart. So creating a line chart, still you can achieve that by using the show me, and also you can drag and drop. One feature that works best with line charts include dates. When you have an order date, then I can remove this one. I've removed. Then remove this one. So when you input a date data set field to the columns, the W will automatically format that one as a year. When I want quarters, I will click here, the plus sign that you can see here on the date. Once I click here, I'll have a quarter. Once I click here once again, I have a month. Once I click, so I can go on and on till date, till the day. Can have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for the years starting from 2014 to 2017. So I don't want the month, so I'll drag and drop these outside my Canva. I can remain with the year and the rows. So I want to add another matrix to the rows. There are another metric will be sales. Sales, come here, drag and drop sales. Before we continue, there's a disclaimer. There was a calculated field that we were doing and we didn't finish. You can see from this pane here, there is an error. So this means that this calculated field has an error. Let's continue. This one is a line chart, so I rename here line chart. You can name it how you want. So since they're appearing at text here, I know the reason. The problem is the marks here. I have inputted that text. Once I say I want lines, I will have lines. Now I want a line. From that, you can see Q1, 2014, Q2, Q3, and so on. I can put the bars there. You can see we have the bar for each and every quarter for the year. And then I can put a circle or any other shape that I want. So let's stick to the line charts. Also, you can see the quarter is adding more hierarchy to the visual. Let me hide this one. I'm hiding the order date. I just click at the order date and then add field for columns from the visual. Now, there's one thing I want us to note for this one. Once I click here at the bottom, we are able to see there's the year, quarter, month, day, and more. And there's another one here, 2015, here, Q2 2015, month, May 2015. So this one is more granular, it's more specific, and this one is just discrete. So I use this to explain what is discrete data type, what is continuous data type. So for a discrete data type, we have it groups all the Q2s. Since ours is on 5th 2015, let's use Q2 and discard the here. Now it can remain. So you see for all the Q1, the data is there. All Q1s, all Q2s, the data is here. All Q3, the data is here. All Q4, the data is here. So what discrete data does, it brings all Q1 to one bucket, brings all Q2 to another bucket, brings all Q3 to another bucket, and so on. So when I change that one to continuous, it will give it a scale. On every data, it will have its point on the axis, and we'll have a continuous scale and a continuous line. So let's do that. I click quarter, can drag and drop one. I don't want it, so I click there and then use the one that's at the bottom that are more granular. So I click this quarter here. So you can see our line chart is more specific to each year and each quarter. And also we have more data points compared to when the data was discrete. So that sums up what is discrete data type and what is continuous data type in simple form. So we have more capabilities of having maps with Tableau. Let's duplicate this chart and create a map. Sorry guys for being fast. I just want to catch up with time so that we can do more. We'll be able to share the recording after the presentation. So this one is a map. After duplicating and renaming, I'll drag and drop this from the canvas to maintain the formatting. Then when I want a map, I can use the postal code, I can use the country, city by just double clicking. After double clicking, I'm able to see my map. So I'm seeing a line here because from the mark side there's a line. So when I want that to disappear, I just click here and see it. I want automatic. So the W will be doing this one automatically each and every time. Then I can add sales. I can add sales to the label. We can drag sales to the label. Then I'm able to see sales for each state. Then with maps, you can do more formatting. For instance, come here, click map. I want background map. You have the normal. When I click normal, I see my map will change. Also, I can zoom in my map, I can zoom out, etc. So that's it for map, guys. It's as simple as that. You just double click each of the data set that is geospatial. For instance, I can use postal code, I can use city. Every data set that is geospatial can create a map. So let me go on and create a dashboard, just a simple dashboard. So a dashboard is a collection of charts. With dashboard, you can filter data from each and every chart. So with Tableau, and I'm not proud of this, you spend a lot of time when you're building your maps, your dashboard, sorry. So when you're at the dashboard panes, you're able to add various things. For instance, image, text. You're able to include web pages that someone can click. You're able to go to that web page. For instance, your data is for sales of a company. There's somewhere on your dashboard that you can include a link. When you click that link, you'll be able to go to a certain website, not a link when you click that visual. So from the dashboard side, you can customize how the size will look like. For instance, mine is 100 by 800. I don't know this one is pixel or what. And I know there are more options here that I can use for my dashboard for the size. It depends if you're building someone to use it in a phone, on a big computer, and so far. So when I want to create a dashboard, I can use an image, text, blank, blah blah blah. So I drag and drop this one here, the canvas. I have that one. I can drag and drop the other one. See, the dashboard is coming out. I can see the sales here, category. Drag and drag the donut chart to the visual. The donut chart is there. You can have more and more chart on your dashboard, and then I can come and add a text. Once I click a text, drag and drop it here, there. I'll come and see what my dashboard is about. Here it's Superstore. That dashboard. I can edit the text, the formatting, the type of font that I want to use, Tableau board. This one I want to be 15. The color. I can insert another field that I want here. Okay. Click OK. And then this one I can make it smaller. So you often use most of your time customizing a dashboard to fit your organization aesthetics. or how you want it to look. You can also add these ones. First, when I want to add these ones, I'll bring them to each specific visualization. I just come here. So when it's a floating, it means it will float over other features of visualization. So when it's like this, it won't float. When I try to drag and drop it somewhere else, it will try the other visuals on the Canva will give it space. But when it's a floating, it won't be given any space. So it will just float over the chart. So I change it to float. And I can drop it here. Furniture. There. And it will stay there. Let me drag and drop the map. Where's the map? Here. I don't want this one. Can cancel it. Yeah, just like that. I can zoom in my map. I can zoom out using these buttons depending on how I want. And then I can use other chart as filters. I don't want this legend. I just click it and say hide. I'll cancel there. So I can decide to use this chart as a filter to other charts. This one I use it 800 by 500. Too small. So when you hover over charts like this one, you can see I have filter like icon here. Once I click this one, I'll be able to use this visual as a filter to other visuals. Let me click at it. Once I click this one, the other visuals will change their values to reflect the office supplies. Once I click this one, others will change to technology, so far and so on. So there's a lot of interactivity and flexibility with Tableau. And then since I'm using my Tableau Public, then I'll be able to share this dashboard to the public. I can save it locally, and the only way that you can share with Tableau Public is to the public. Others people will learn, and also you can learn from other people's works. So with that presentation, I think I can stop at that point. If you have any question or concern, I would like to answer you. Adanga, back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Brian, for wonderful presentation. Can we maybe show some reactions as an appreciation to the wonderful session that we've received from Brian? So, if you have any questions, you can be able to now ask. Again, learning is not by one day and you're a master. Brian can tell you also the time that has taken him yeah, you can stop presenting, no problem, Brian, unless there will be a question that will require you to present. Yeah, so it's usually a matter of practice. Practice usually makes people perfect. So it's good for us to keep learning and learning and learning. And it should not you should not stop. So even Brian can tell you that there is still more that he's still learning from Tableau, and the landscape is very wide. So is there any question? before I make my comments also. No question.
If there's no question, maybe we want to hear their remarks.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so the presentation has been wonderful from for, let's say we have someone who has never worked with data before and you joined this session. I am pretty uh, sure that you've learned something about what data visualization is. You didn't even have an introduction about what data visualization is, but at least you've seen what data visualization is. Visualization is basically putting data into visual images that people can be able to look, maybe interact with, and draw insights from it. That's what data visualization is about. And we have different business intelligence tools that are used for this purpose. So Tableau is one of them. We have Power BI, and again we have some other softwares or application per se, business intelligence application, many in the market that you will find useful. However, the most common are Tableau and Power BI that are widely used, popular. And so learning these skills are fundamental for business success. If you can be able to help a business draw insights from the data they have, then you'll have done a wonderful job. So if you are looking forward to become a master of Tableau or any other data uh, application, feel free to reach out to us, Beyond Data ICT. We'll be able to take you through our trainings. So for Tableau, we have July intake. If you are interested, you can be able to enroll. So you can enroll directly, or you can visit our website and be able to enroll for these different softwares. If you have, also we have our community, a Beyond Data community. If you are not in the WhatsApp group community where you can be able to get more like the events of this sort, then you need also to reach out to us so that we can be able to add you to our community. Maybe give Fadili a comment. Fadili, you can maybe give us, I know you've been on and off, or Kevin. Don't know if Kevin is still here, so that they can give their comments on how was the session. Uh, Kevin Kimaru, are you in position? Maybe just give your remarks. Yeah. Thank you, Benson, for joining us today. So we have a community, as I said, where we have
Thank you so
monthly events. Yes, welcome. This
Am I
is
audible?
yeah, this is Kevin. You're audible. Can hear you. Please proceed.
Okay, thank you so much, Emmanuel Madanga. I'm really honored to be in this live session. I'm Kelvin Kimaru, a data scientist and a data analyst. And I can say that I'm a professional practicing in data, but each day is a learning day. So, of course, I've interacted with Tableau before, but coming to this session, there are things that I've also learned. So, going forward, I want to thank our facilitator, Brad Mwenda. Okay, I'm really looking forward to joining other sessions. This has been really insightful. And I don't have much more to say, but thank you so much, Madanga.
So, asanteni sana nyote. Thank you for joining today's session. You're free to leave. You're free to leave the session.